Thank you for calling the FBI. To continue this call in English, press 1. For Spanish, press 2. This is not a 911 service for taking emergency calls. For emergencies, please call 911. If you, or someone you know, are having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health crisis, or seeking mental health resources, press 1. In a few moments, you will be connected to an operator. This call will be recorded for quality assurance, investigative or other purposes. If you do not wish to be recorded, please press 1 to receive details on how to report electronically, and this call will then be disconnected.
I'm recording too, so I don't care.
During this call, you will be asked to provide identifying information about yourself and or the persons about whom you are calling. These questions will ask for information regarding name, date of birth, telephone number, and address. For the best accuracy, please do not use speakerphone while providing this information. We use this information to assist in investigating your tip. You do not have to provide your name or other personal information. However, the lack of information may delay or hurt our ability to investigate your tip. Any information you can provide may be used for authorized purposes. Repeatedly providing information with no demonstrated investigative value may result in the FBI no longer taking your information. By continuing this call, you are agreeing to these terms. To help us process your call most efficiently, please tell us in a few words what federal violation or national security issue you are calling about.
Government corruption.
Thank you for your entry. Please listen closely as our menu options have recently changed. To report a tip on an FBI case currently highlighted in the news, press 1. To report a suspicious email, hacked email, internet scams, cryptocurrency scams, ransomware, threatening communications through email or text message with demands for money, press 2. To report a swatting incident that has already occurred, press 3. To report a tip about a threat to human life, serious bodily injury, significant violent action, or threats to national security, press 4. To report mortgage fraud, press 5. To report telemarketing fraud, gift card fraud, identity theft, or unfair or fraudulent business practices, press 6. If you are calling about any other issue, press 7. To repeat this menu, please say or enter your 10-digit phone number now. Your expected wait time is under 5 minutes. Thank you for calling. Your call is very important to us and will be answered in the order it was received.
All right, sir, what are you reporting today?
I'm actually reporting a major government cover-up, corruption, and crimes against my rights committed by your own within the Milwaukee FBI field office.
A major government cover-up and corruption, you said?
Yep. In
By
order
the FBI in Wisconsin?
Yep.
All right, so what happened?
I have been to the Milwaukee field office on 3 different occasions to file complaints about my civil rights being violated by the DOD and by the police, Brookfield Police. And it just got worse from there because instead of trying to do their jobs and uphold their oaths and ethical obligations to defend my rights and everything, they decided to.
And that was the Brookville Police, correct?
Yeah, Brookfield Police.
Okay.
And they instead of holding their own accountable according to the law and everything, they decided to weaponize the government against me. And bring charges against me, prosecute me, persecute me, and do everything that they possibly could to cover it up. Now, I can give you a case file name because I have extensive records with the FBI because they have listed me as a Tier 1 operator and anti-government violent extremist, which is a lie. If you would like that case file number, it is 266Z-MW-38.
One sec. All right, you can give that to me now. Sorry, I was getting everything typed for you.
All right, no problem. 266Z dash MW.
Z and Zeta.
Yep, as in Zeta. Dash MW dash 3812323.
All right, so that's 266Z, and then dash MW dash 3812323.
Yes. And you are going to find extensive case file and records, and on the surface level, these case records will paint essentially a false narrative and a lie. But if you specifically look for the reports linked to my 3 visits to their field office and go from there, you will discover the truth. Now, there are FBI agents deeply involved in this corruption, this cover-up. This includes Christopher Nicholas, James Bradley.
Christopher, common spelling.
Yep.
And then what was that last name?
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Nichols.
All right. And what was that other name?
James Bradley.
Bradley.
Yep. Busler. Busler.
Is that like a hyphened last name, or is that 2 last names?
I'm going to be honest. I don't know. It's just a name that is listed on your guys' or actual file records, because I have a lot of your own files.
Okay.
And then
so, like, did you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, sir.
There's 2 more names that may be of interest. It'd be Steve Whitecotton.
All one word.
Yep.
So Steve and then Whitecotton.
Yes. And
Okay.
then Maria Miller.
Maria Miller.
Yes. And all 4 of these
so
individuals.
Go ahead.
All 4 of these individuals work for the FBI field office, and they are deeply familiar with my case, the circumstances against these federal crimes against my rights, conspiracy against my rights, deprivation of rights, and
so sir, so what rights did they violate? You said they had you arrested, or they had you charged. So what happened?
It would be First Amendment rights all around, multiple times, repeated.
So again, how did they do that though?
It started with the DOD, technically the Brookfield Army Recruiting Office, placing a unconstitutional and unjustified trespass warning against me for silently protesting them outside of their recruiting office doors. And the police abuse their power and authority to facilitate a trespass on private property without consent of the property owner, which is not only unconstitutional but illegal under USC.
So you're saying the trespassing order was illegal?
Yes.
And so how did the FBI become involved with that then, sir?
Well, shortly after that, I went to them for my first visit to report it. And you know how the FBI is, they will not tell you about any ongoing investigation. All they will do is take your report, and then you will never hear from them again. That's just how they operate. So at that point, you know, I was already on FBI watch list before that. All right, they had contact with these recruiters and with the police and local authorities before that. So they were involved even before that situation, and you will find that out.
How did not hearing back from them become they violated your First Amendment rights, though?
Okay, well, it's a long story, and we're getting into that. A while after that trespass warning was placed against me and everything, I chose to challenge it with a First Amendment activity by distributing a written letter to these recruiters in order to take the recruiters to court. So I was arrested for exercising my First Amendment right on private property that they do not own, they do not have any jurisdiction over. And
sir, can I stop you for a second?
Yep.
Have you gotten an attorney about this issue yet?
You have no idea the extent that I have gone to try to find a redress and a remedy to this. I have contacted the DOJ Civil Rights Division, and I've never heard back from them. I have been to the FBI. I've gone to district attorneys. I've gone to, actual attorneys, and no one will do a damn thing about it. And it is all your jobs to defend my rights.
When you try to hire an attorney, what do they tell you?
Well, initially they were going to represent me in order to file a civil rights, pretty much sue them. And then immediately after taking me on as a client, they dropped me without explanation.
And have you talked to different attorneys, or is it just that one?
Okay, an attorney cannot prosecute people for federal crimes.
I understand.
An attorney cannot investigate.
Civil liberties were being violated.
Yes, and an attorney cannot do investigative work for uncovering evidence of these crimes underneath USC 241, conspiracy against rights, and 242, deprivation against rights. That is the FBI's job. So that is why I'm calling you.
And you said you already reported it to the DOJ's internal affairs and everything, though, right?
Yes, and you people won't do a damn thing. Even though it is clear.
If you've already reported this before, though, sir, it's definitely documented, and you don't need to report it again.
No, apparently I do, because you people won't do your jobs. And I understand this call is being recorded.
I have it all documented for you here again. So I have it all documented here as well.
Listen, all right.
I suggest you continue to work with an attorney still.
And I suggest the FBI to really look into this situation, because I'm going to expose you all, and it is going to be bad for you.
Yeah, sir, I'm not part of the investigative side. So
no, I understand that. You're just taking the report, but you're going to hand the report to someone. You're going to hand this report to someone.
I have this all documented for you, sir.
I urge you to put
to the FBI, and I have it.
I did not hang up that call. So what? Did they just fucking hang up on me? They did, didn't they? I don't think they liked the fact that I told them I was recording the call.